Hey everyone, what's going on? Phoenix here, bringing you another Asheron's Call gameplay video. We are back in the graveyard today. We are going to be doing the Jester's Focuses quest. This is a little bit of a complicated quest, but we're going to get through it. So, from the graveyard, we are going to head directly north out of the one end of the graveyard. And we are going to be headed to, I think it's like a ley line. It's like a magical, where magical energy in Dareth is focused through. So there's a lot of quests that are kind of related to these. But this one is outside of the graveyard all the way north. So we're going to run up this little ramp here. And I may die doing this, just a disclaimer, but we're going to try it. Usually I am the bait for this quest, and somebody else, Ven, or one of my other, friends in the game, does the killing of the Knath mother. But today, we're going to try to do this solo, so we'll see how it goes. So this is the ley line area. There's all these Knaths. They're just basically like this, like core, and then, they're basically Jello. Let's just be honest, they're Jello. All right. So all the way down at the bottom is one really big Knath, the Knath mother. I really hate saying this word. Knath mother. So what I usually do is I just run around, and if you run around enough, eventually the Knaths get out of spellcasting mode and will just kind of attack you in melee. The spell casting is obviously what deals the most damage. So once you kind of get them into that mode where they're just chasing you and no longer trying to cast spells at you, you can jump up onto this, I don't know what you call this, outcrop of the rock, and then you're probably mostly safe, which will give you enough. Wow, how did that guy get up here? I've never seen one get up here before. That's crazy. So from here, you can, vuln the mother, do whatever you need to do. I'm going to try to vuln it and then drop a summons on it. But you see how many spells, it just drops spell after spell after spell. It's crazy. So this thing is mostly, the best damage for it is bludgeon. Oh, I'm lagging. It's not good. Yeah, this is gonna be slow. Hopefully we can do it. I'm hitting it for 1,000. You know what? I should debuff its melee D. Forgot to vulnerability it. There we go. Let's see if my summon does any better now. I don't know if my summon's hitting it, or maybe fire damage just doesn't do enough damage. Going down. It's okay. My dog came to hang out, see how we were doing. A little nervous about the Knath mother taking me out. There's just so many of these things. It's crazy. Alright, so the summon's not working. So let's go back up onto the... This is 10 times easier with an archer. An archer with bludgeon, bow, and with it vulned and imperiled will just like two-shot this thing. And I'm going to be here for a few minutes. My actual void damage is doing more than my summon was doing, so that's good. Just constantly throwing spells. Like, it's throwing like arcs and then streaks and volleys. It's crazy. It doesn't have any like cooldown on its casting. I wish I was that good of a spellcaster. Maybe it ran out because now it's just below me. Whew. That was a nice crit, almost 3,000. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. I need some like intense music for this one, not the usual like lo-fi tracks that I put over my videos. The note to the editor. Hey, that's me. Alright, I think we're gonna get it. Alright, Knath Mother is utterly destroyed by your attack, and with a high, resonating note, the Knath Mother flips over and begins to quickly melt away, leaving a crystalline core behind. So you need to quickly loot a piece of the Knath core. It's on a 20-hour timer, like most quests. And then we're going to head out of here, back into the graveyard. This is a really good quest to store up and do the longer portion of this quest all at once. We're going to head back into the graveyard. It's usually easier just to run than it is to recall, or it's at least just as fast to run as it is to recall and run through again. So, if you haven't gotten the Jester's marbles yet, you need to do that first before you can summon the Jester to hand this part in. That is a whole separate quest, part of getting like a soulbound weapon, which I need to do a video on still. But anyway, once you've used the marbles, you can use the summoning stone to summon the Jester. He takes the piece of the Knath core, whole bunch of text that I can't read because I'm getting attacked constantly, and is going to give you a regular Knath core back. The first time you do this quest, you need to find Rytheron's Master Seal, which is located in this bunker right behind the bunker that you come in from. Inside is a Rytheron's Master Seal. You need to grab that. And now we're going to recall out of here. We're going to go to Town Network, to Nadisa Castle, which... Where's Nadisa Castle? I think it's in the Annex Wing of the Town Network. On the right-hand side, yeah. Portal to Nadisa Castle. So we've already done the hard part of this quest. Killing the Knath Mother, in my opinion, because I am not an archer, is the hardest part of this quest. From Nadisa Castle, we're going to turn north, and we're going to run a few clicks to this Rogue Delving's Lord Rytheron's Private Sanctum area on the Go Arrow map. If you use that, it's about a 4.5 click run. Alright, so we've made it to the area. There's a couple of portals here. There's Rogue Delvings, which I think is related to a society quest. There's a Mage Academy, which is its own quest that's not in Ace yet. And there's Master's Sentinel. So the first time you do this, you need to hand over your Rytheron Seal. The statue seems to glimmer for a moment, and disembodied voice intones, "Welcome back, Master. Even in our ageless vigil, you have been long absent." So the second or any repeat times you do this quest, you don't have to grab that seal. That's only the first time. On the repeat attempts, you just use the Master's Servant, and it'll portal you in here. From here, we're going to head in. We're going to just follow the pretty linear path for a while. And then you come to like a split. There's going to be a T, basically. You can go straight. There's this Lord's Sanctum door, which is locked, or you can go left or right. So we'll start by going left. We're going to come through. There's this side room where you'll see a Major Domo of the North Cloister. We're going to kill the Major Domo, who will drop a key. I'm going to get yelled at for not switching my wand. I got to put my Undead Slayer on. Alright, so it's going to be a North Cloister key. That's going to open this North Cloister door. We're going to head through. There's a whole bunch of, I don't know what, blood priestesses. One side is fire, one side is acid, so this is the acid side. They fool you. This can be actually pretty dangerous. On the floor is a North Cloister key half. See, I am about to die. Please don't die. Wow, 21 health right there. Yeah, they hit pretty hard. I mean, probably if I had been smart and had Dispel Gems, but I'm out of Dispel Gems because I always think ahead when I'm doing these quests. Alright, out through the door the way we came, back to the split, and we're just going to go straight across to the other option. It's the same thing on this side. There is a second Major Domo, this time Major Domo of the South Cloister. Boom. Gonna grab the South Cloister key. Gonna use that on the door. Run through again. This side is fire, I think. Jeez, yeah. And this time the key is like off to the side here. South Cloister key half. Now that time I didn't quite come close to dying like I did on the other side. So that's good. Alright, and then we're going to head to that Lord's Sanctum door that we saw before. We're going to use the North Cloister key half on the South Cloister key half. It's going to make a full key. Just going to open the door. We're going to want to jump over the pit, not down into it. Going to heal up. Going to run through this section or get stuck on a dais. This is a pretty linear dungeon, besides the keys. And you're going to get to this room at the end with this Master's Lectern in it. I'm going to clear this a little bit first, just so I don't die while turning this part in. Alright, so we're going to take all of our Nath cores, I don't know, I hate that word. Anyway, and you're going to hand it to the Master's Lectern. It's going to cast Black Madness on you, which is a pretty bad debuff. A mindness enters your mind. The gaping horror of the abyss fills you with dread, reducing all your skills by 30% for 1 minute. So we're going to do this with each of our Knath cores. If you saved up more than one, I have about 6 on me. Because this dungeon, it's much easier to do these all at once than to come back to this dungeon every day. All right, once you turn it in, you'll get a new Knath core, which is just red to indicate that it's different from the other ones. And we're going to head back to the graveyard. We're going to go back to the Jester, to the Summoning Stone. Much easier to do this during the day, but it is what it is. Alright, we're going to hit the Summoning Stone. Give our Jester each of these cores. He'll give you a new one that's green this time. Once you've turned in as many as you want, we'll go into the Gardens of Menelesh. You have to flag to go into the Gardens of Menelesh separately through the Disturbance of the Leylines quest. So if you haven't yet, watch my video on that quest first. We'll run down this hallway. And we'll come to this strange pillar, which we will hand the pillar our Knath cores. And then we'll go back to the Jester one last time. I think it's the easiest just to run out of the dungeon and hit the surface portal because it puts you right next to the Summoning Stone, as opposed to recalling and running through again. So now is when you'll want to have your 6% experience trinket on, because now we're going to get the turn-in, the reward. This is the end of the quest finally. I gotta think about my pack space before I do this. Well, I'll just hand in one. That's good enough for now. So there you're going to get your rewards. 750 million experience, which is just crazy, except the percentage scales very poorly. And almost 16,000 luminance. You also get a card for a deck of cards, Jester's deck of cards, which is like a focus or a coordination cantrip. You get Jester's Revelations, which is just a book. And you get a braced 2-use Manaforge key. So yeah, that's Jester's Focuses. I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely a fun quest. It's a little bit hard to kill the Knath Mother if you don't have a couple of people with you, but thankfully they drop 9 cores, so it can be done in a group. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, if you did, please press that like button. Please subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching. Bye.